Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana, and we're here today with special guest, Dr. Lisa Labrecque from Maui Humane Society. So Dr. Lisa Labrecque holds a degree in veterinary medicine from the University of California, Davis, and has more than 20 years of experience in the animal welfare field. She began her career as owner and medical director of a private veterinary practice before realizing her true calling was helping homeless animals. And she later took on the role of medical director of MHS Mobile Animal Surgery Clinics. Under her direction, more than 6,000 animals from the Maui community were spayed and neutered in over an 18-month period. In 2016, she became Director of Community Spay-Neuter Programs at MHS, a position she held until 2019 when she left Maui to serve as the Director of Veterinary Services at the Humane Society of Sonoma County in California. Most recently, she worked as Senior Director of Veterinary Services at the Humane Society of Silicon Valley. In July of 2023, she moved back home to Maui to serve as CEO of Maui Humane Society. So welcome to the show, Dr. Lisa Labrecque.
Thank you.
What an honor it is to have you here, Lisa. And I'm just so curious, what sparked this collaboration? I know you were with Maui's firefighters and lifeguards.
Yeah, well, we host a calendar contest every year. It's very popular with our community. It's a big fundraiser for us. But this year, we just felt we needed to do something special to honor those who really stepped up to battle the fires that we had here on Maui last year. Plus, what better combination is there than pets and firefighters?
Well, how exciting is that, especially when we get to purchase the calendar and know that it's going for such a good cause?
Absolutely. Yeah. The fire chief was very supportive of the project, and he wanted all funds raised to go to Maui Humane Society and the animals.
So how can we purchase a calendar and see who is in it? Because I know there's a contest before.
Okay. So our website is mauihumanesociety.org, all spelled out. And if you put /2025 calendar, or I'm sure there's a link on there, you can see it. We had a contest where the public voted on their favorite photos, and the top 12 make it onto the different months of the year. So that contest just finished. We raised $95,000, which means we got 95,000 votes because it was $1 a vote. And so now it's going to print. There's great bios about the animals featured in the calendar and the firefighters who are in the photos with them. And we expect it to be available by October. So it can be ordered through our website, as I mentioned, and it should ship, pretty quickly, well in time for the new year.
I'm sure that everyone's going to want to order their calendar right now. Not only do these make great gifts, but for such a great cause. I know Maui was so deeply impacted by the wildfires, and we're now coming up on the 1-year anniversary of that. Can you share a little bit about what things look like now a year after?
Yeah, just over a year. We just had the anniversary. We're an animal shelter on Maui. And, the last thing we expected was to be called upon to do animal search and rescue. But quickly, we were named the Animal Rescue and Reunification designated agency for the fire response. So we had to deploy search and rescue teams, animal trappers. We had to treat injured, burned animals in our veterinary clinic. All in all, we took in almost 900 pets into our shelter following the fires that survived the fires. And then in addition to those 900, we treated another 1,500 or so outside of the shelter in emergency hubs that we had set up right outside the burn zone, or in our mobile vet clinics on the west side of the island, because both veterinary clinics on the entire west side of Maui burned down in the fire. So we have been providing those services ever since the fires for the last year. We have become, a safety net for all of those residents.
That's just remarkable. Well, thank goodness that you're there to provide those services. How are the animals doing today?
Well, We're still working with a lot of affected pet owners to provide whatever resources they need. So food, supplies, housing resources, rental support, veterinary care, and much more. We've set up what we're calling our Lahaina Pet Resource Center right outside the burn zone where people can come. It's right next door to the Maui Food Bank. So if they need food for themselves, food for their animals, it's a one-stop shop. And we have finally placed all the animals from the burn zone just last month. So it took us that long to get all the animals out, reunite them with their owners, find new adoption homes for them, or transfer them to other agencies because we have such a scarcity of pet-friendly housing here on the island. There's just not enough housing for all of the animals that we have. So, and then we continue to deal with a capacity crisis because there's people are continuing to surrender their pets as they finally find temporary housing and they can't keep their pets. They surrender them to us. So it's really devastating for these families that aren't able to keep their animals.
I couldn't even imagine. That would be absolutely heartbreaking to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
For tourists and people that either are coming to Maui or people who live in Maui, how can they get involved and help?
Well, great question. One of our most popular programs is called Beach Buddies, and it allows anyone, tourists, it's very popular with tourists, to take a shelter dog out of the shelter for the day. You can take it to the beach, you can take it on a hike, you can take it to Starbucks for a puppuccino. And our team makes it really easy to sign up and take an animal out. Another great program we have is called our Wings of Aloha, and that's our transfer program with Alaska Airlines. So when folks arrive for their vacation, they have a great time, and they're ready to go home, they can take shelter animals with them on their flight, free of cost, to our partner shelters who will meet them at the airport and retrieve the animals from them. It's an inexpensive way for us to get animals to our partner agencies on the mainland, and it's super free. It's super easy. All they have to do is meet us at the airport and sign some quick paperwork. So, and again, has to be with Alaska Airlines. That's our partner for these transports, and it truly saves lives because it basically guarantees an adoption pathway for these animals.
How exciting is that? So, we can be involved personally in making
Mhm.
sure a homeless animal gets a new home. How exciting.
Yeah, we just had a tourist take 6 kittens back with them. So I'm sure that was fun to have 6 kittens on board.
I know there are a lot of people going, okay, where do I sign up for that?
Yep,
So,
yep. Again, on our website.
so they get in touch with you on the website and then go from
It's
there.
on our website. Yep, it's called our Angels, Alaska Angels program.
Well, what a great opportunity to get involved in saving an animal. Make sure to visit mauihumanesociety.org. Well, Dr. Labrecque, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you, Dr. Labrecque. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about Maui Humane Society. Again, if you'd like to purchase one of their calendars that's coming up, make sure to visit mauihumanesociety.org. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Marianne, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Marianne is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Marianne will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmarianne.com for more information.